are on there.
Yeah, I
I've got mine.
do too. Okay. March.
Just so that everybody has it, there's your agenda, Mark. Jake has it online, so we're good to go now. I apologize for the technical errors.
No worries.
All right. Henry County Commission, Henry County, Missouri, Tuesday, March 3rd, 2026, 13th day of the January term. The Henry County Commission met pursuant to adjournment of the courthouse in Clinton, Missouri. Those members present were Jim Stone, presiding commissioner, Mark Larson, North District Commissioner, Jake Bradley, South District Commissioner, Amy Heredia, Deputy County Clerk. At 9 a.m., Commissioner Stone brought the meeting to order. The minutes from the Tuesday, February 24th, 2026 meeting were read. Commissioner Bradley made a motion to approve the minutes. Commissioner Larson seconded, motion carried. Expenditures for the following departments were approved to be paid: buildings and grounds, law enforcement, GR, circuit clerk, elections, emergency management, prosecuting attorney training, general county government, road and bridge, law enforcement training, inmate security fund, county payroll. Dennis Bowers, road and bridge supervisor, attended the meeting. He shared that they have looked at Southeast 1101 road pursuant to Charlie Kidweiler's complaint. Dennis said the road looked good and the culvert would be at the correct level once the flare ends are placed. Commissioner Bradley shared that he also drive by and agrees. Dennis shared the progress on clearing out the old jail. At 9:45 a.m., Sheriff Aaron Brown attended the meeting with Captain Rob Hill, Captain Jackie Watson, Captain Michael Bogart, and Lieutenant Leonard Kulis to discuss the proposed law enforcement tax and an information release they are preparing about it. Sheriff Brown clarified that the proposed tax will replace the existing tax, which will end once the jail bond is paid in full. Sheriff Brown and staff discussed the continued operational needs for the funding as well as improvement goals for infrastructure and staffing. Charlie Kidweiler addressed the commission with continued complaints regarding Southeast 1101 Road in Davis Township. Commissioners assured him that it was being addressed and that some mud is to be expected during rain at a construction site. Commissioners reviewed and approved senior citizens tax relief applications. Commissioner Bradley made a motion to adjourn at 11:28 a.m. Commissioner Larson seconded. Motion carried.
Make a motion to approve minutes.
I'll second it.
Motion been made and seconded to approve minutes as presented. All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carried. Okay. Checks. Any checks?
Stand those, please, sir. I'm gonna get it. Thank you. I just texted him, asked if he could have a few minutes of your guys' time about Senate Bill 190 this morning, so I told him about 9:30.
Do you need me to sign this?
Yep.
That'll make your heart skip, won't it?
Mm-hmm.
joke.
Hmm?
Has she seen the same one I seen?
Clark?
No,
Which
Rita Clark.
one? Yeah.
That one too.
I might not have made it to the one that y'all seen yet. I said I might not have made it to the one. This is a fee sheet from the recorder's office for the month of February.
Would you say sheet?
It's a fee sheet.
Fee, gotcha.
She has to record her fees to go.
Oh. No, I was advised not to. Not about it. Yeah, I'm not trying to prove anything. It's just that's how I was advised.
Rick?
Morning, Rick.
Good morning, Rick.
Sorry. Good morning, pal.
Got another nebulous file.
No.
Guys hired that extra person here.
No. The software is very easy to manage.
So you can hire anybody.
If I do this.
Good morning.
How you guys doing?
Well, while you're here talking about that, we'll go over the sole source thing. I believe it was Tuesday.
Oh.
Guy wasn't here, so.
Gotcha.
Well, I was here, but I wasn't here. I'll let you do your business first, 'cause
Okay, you ready for me?
to do, yeah.
Okay, I have a couple of administrative questions that we had for the Senate Bill 190 stuff. We've had a number of spouses come in whose other spouse is already been approved. So we're just having them sign the same page and getting it notarized. Do you need to see those? Do you need to stamp again since it's already
I
been
wouldn't
approved?
think so.
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't think so.
My other question is when there is a deed change or somebody pays late, you had originally said that you want them to reapply. Is it possible, because it's just going to be an administrative thing for us, just to change the year? And we can send them a letter because we already have everything we need. This gentleman came in with the new deed because he created a trust, and I told him that we're going to change the year on that. And it's just going to be a simple thing for us just to do that. We can send him a letter. Said due to the fact that this happened, either the deed change or you paid your taxes late, we're resetting your freeze to whatever that year is going to be. That'd just save us a lot of time, and it'll save the seniors a ton of time too.
Rather
I
than
like
making
that.
them completely reapply.
Exactly.
And then it wouldn't have to come back up through here to get restamped. It's already been approved. So
That's up to you guys. If you want to see those that for some reason it's changing the year, we can definitely send those
I
back up to
don't
you.
think we need to see it unless you think we need to see it.
You guys have been approving like the trust and things and questioning the trust. If it's a deed change, I would think you guys would want to.
Well, if it's a deed change, all it's going to do is change the year, and you're going through all that
But do
anyhow,
they
right?
still qualify after the deed
After
change?
listening to some of that down there, some of the trust deal, they just pass suit because you haven't really changed.
Well, this particular deed change is he created a trust, but him and his wife are the trustees. So
Yeah.
they've been approved. They
Right.
would have been approved
Yeah, so
anyway.
nothing would change.
It's just going
Right.
to change the year now because it was.
I see
21.
Kelly's question now.
But if
get
he
you.
hadn't been appointed trustees, he came in and said, we changed our deed, here it is, and then we just took it upon ourselves to change it, and then they weren't listed as
Yeah.
anything.
If we have a
Yeah.
question, we'll definitely bring them up here or bring the file up here to you guys. But if it's simple like that, they're named as a trustee,
Right.
and they've been approved already. If we could just change the year, we can
I like
craft a
that.
simple letter for you guys to sign, letting them know that the year's changed or
What
whatever.
do you guys think?
Probably be the easiest way to go.
But I mean, like you said, if there's any question or change, like Kelly was saying, come up to us and we could review it.
Only if it needed, I mean, if it was questionable,
Yeah.
I think it's the only reason.
Or we can just call it easy and we review them all. It's whatever is easy and best for you, I guess.
Well, I don't necessarily think you need to see them again if you've approved them already, and we're just adding a spouse. That's a simple
I agree.
thing. And if it's if the deed change is not a questionable thing, like we know what you guys have been approving. If they're trustees, it's easy. If they're not trustees but they have an equitable interest, those I might send up to you guys so you can determine on those. We don't want to make any judgment calls down there.
Or the people, like if you add, say like there's a husband and he's already approved, and then the wife comes up and applies also to be put on that, we can just add her that won't necessarily, that in itself should not reset.
No, because the original spouse has already been approved that year,
Right.
and the deed's not changing.
Right, okay. That's
Yeah,
what I
it's
wanted
just
to
that
make
they
sure.
just turned 62,
Yeah.
just become of age.
Can I clarify, just so that we all have clarification on this, because this was questioned the last time I was up there and we had an in-depth question on it. So say that's the case. Say the husband applied, the wife wasn't old enough to apply, and now she is. The husband was qualified for 24, but the wife never technically qualified for 24 because she wasn't 62
Right.
or whatever so husband dies. And
Where does it go?
now
I know
wife
that answer.
was not qualified in 2024 for that tax. Does it
I
go when
think it
she
would
qualified?
Go to when she qualifies.
Yeah.
It does. I asked Ivan that the other
I
day,
agree
and
with
he
that.
said that it goes to the year that she will qualify.
Yeah.
Not
I just wanted to make sure that everybody was on the
Yeah.
same page on that.
because you
Yeah.
could really get into a long
Because you could have a spouse 10 years younger than you,
Right.
and
Now he's gone.
Now he's gone.
And you're
She-
still paying 2024 taxes that you never even qualified
Right.
for.
like if he passed and she was 61,
Right. She would not.
she wouldn't qualify. But if she hit that magic number, she needs to qualify for the year that she would.
Say if he passed before she even turned 62,
Mhm.
she would have to reapply.
Well, she had to
regardless.
apply. She had
Well,
to
if
start
she's
over.
not 62, it won't do her yet.
No,
Right. She doesn't have to reapply.
I'm not sure we're right.
Rick, with the
You make copies of these for me,
Huh?
please, so that everybody can
On
get a
that
copy
one?
of it. Yeah.
Is that
freezes to continue.
Which one?
Yeah, he has to be alive.
Actually, probably all.
I'm sorry. No, the question that in question. There's been a few up.
Because the qualifications for the person, make the copies because I'll be able to explain it off.
Fair enough.
A little easier.
See, I asked Ivan the other day at the conference we was at, that exact same scenario, and he
It doesn't follow the property, it follows the applicant.
I bet, we'll just wait until your pamphlets got in front of us.
Yeah, because
See, there was another question we had the other day, and I can't remember the question for every bit of it.
You also have to consider that you could live with your children and they could be on the deed. You and your child could live in that house. You're going to have a 20 to 25 year difference in age.
Yeah.
And the parent passes away. Is that child going to get the tax freeze
no? That's
for 20 plus years?
they have to stay.
They have to be of age.
They have to be at 62.
Yeah. That's the way I feel.
'Cause otherwise, the taxes stay the same for a long time. If we're in the trust, they got equity winners.
I'll get Rick a copy too.
That contract she was referring to is to
Here,
purchase
I'll
the
pass it on down.
software
Laura,
that
This one,
the software will
I just have the one.
it will administer the renewals and also the applications, but there's a fee for all that through the software. And they're pretty much a single source because it's got to be compatible with the software that we currently have, because it's very proprietary and they don't dance together. Another software doesn't really dance together with what we currently have. So we're advertising that, you know, they have, I think the statute says 10 days to, in writing, that they be compatible to place a bid on it. And this is just the application and renewal part of the software. It's not the software itself that adds the Senate Bill 190 administration. So that's really what my office is a part of, is the renewal and application side. I haven't seen a bill for the actual software package, but I understand it's going to be in the 30 range. Unless that is it, spread over 3 years.
Take one, pass it back down. Oh, wait. Oh, take one, pass it back down. Take one, pass it back down. One more time. Alright, we're gonna let
See,
you
this one has-
discussion. These are your documents.
all right.
This has some highlighted stuff if you want this one instead. I think that's your original one.
Okay. Did you get one?
I think so.
Okay.
Three different.
Yeah, the one is just if, because I know we had talked about we were gonna have to make an amendment for some of this. So that's basically all this one is. It's just whatever, if we decide this is how we want to go.
Which one is that you're
It's the
talking about?
one that says ordinance number, blah, blah, blah.
Thank you.
Yes, I mean, I just said.
I'm gonna put that one to the side.
2025, 05, 29.
So,
I don't have that one yet. You've got two copies of that.
here you go.
All right, thank you.
Okay, probably, it's gonna be easiest for me to read this, and then like, if there's like, if you got a question or you're thinking, please say.
Which one you want?
Which one now?
Homestead versus individual application. Okay, whether Missouri Senior Property Tax Credit statute, blah, 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 ties the freeze to the individual eligible taxpayer only, or the homestead property once eligibility is established. The credit is defined by reference to the homestead. The RSMO number, the homestead is real property actually occupied by the eligible taxpayer as their primary residence. The eligible credit amount is the difference between the real property tax liability on the homestead in a given year and the real property tax liability on the homestead in the year the taxpayer first qualified. The operative calculation is based on tax liability on the homestead, not on the individual independent of the property. Eligibility is individual. Application is property-based. The statute requires that an eligible taxpayer be 62 years of age or older, own or have a legal equitable interest in the homestead, and be liable for the taxes on that homestead. Thus, qualification is person-based. The benefit is calculated and applied based on the homestead's tax liability. The statute is silent on base year reset for spouses. 137.1050 does not state that a base year must reset when a co-owner later becomes age eligible. A base year must reset upon death of a qualifying spouse, or a surviving spouse must establish a new base year if ownership and occupancy remain continuous. The statute does not expressly mandate a person reset interpretation. The county authority to administer the statute authorizes counties to adopt an ordinance implementing the program, establish procedures for application and administration. Nothing in the statute prohibits a county from clarifying that once a homestead establishes a base year, that base year continues so long as ownership and primary occupancy remain within the marital unit. Such clarification does not expand eligibility, increase benefit amounts, conflict with statutory levy exclusions, or alter revenue calculations requirements. The conclusion, eligibility attaches to an individual. The tax credit calculation attaches to the homestead. The statute does not require automatic base year reset upon claimant substitution within continuous ownership. Accordingly, a county ordinance may lawfully clarify that once a homestead establishes a base year under the senior property tax credit, that base year remains fixed so long as ownership and primary occupancy continue within the same marital household. Such clarification is consistent with statutory language, legislative intent, and the intent is the big deal actually, and the structural design of the credit. This interpretation protects widows and widowers, prevents technical resets that undermine the stability, and aligns with legislative purpose of providing predictable tax relief to seniors, and it maintains statutory compliance. Because basically what you're doing, say, Kelly, I'm going to use you for an example. If Josh he's 62 and he files. So you turn 62 the next year. So then if we got it to where we can actually just add somebody to that
Application.
thank you, the application, that's going to make it a lot, because the intent of the law was to give the seniors a break, basically. So by you turning a year later, you basically just that freeze doesn't mean anything, because you're going to have to start over for the next year. And who's to say that, it may go down, it may go up, but it still needs to be frozen. Now, you did bring up something, Rick, that actually I hadn't thought about, like with the kids that are on it. Would it go to the kids? No, I don't think that it should. I don't think that it should. But I do think
you're protecting this. You're not protecting the owner of the homestead, though. The owner of the homestead, it would be the parents and the children if they all live there. You're kind of picking and choosing how you want to interpret that.
Well, that's. I honestly hadn't thought of that side.
Who's on the deed?
Well, also,
Yeah.
Yeah, if they're on
I have
the
a
deed,
question.
if the
You put
parents
in
and the
marital,
children
there
are
are
on the deed
many
and they all
people
live there.
who are both on the deed who aren't married. They may not even have the same last name. They've never been married, but they've been together for 30 years and own the home together. I mean, I'm just looking at
No, and you're.
words
Trust me,
specifically.
I get-
When you put in marital, that excludes another group of people who aren't married, but they both own the home.
And if the trust owns the home and the owners of the trust have an equitable interest in making sure the taxes are paid, and the occupied parent that isn't on the deed has an equitable, well, does the parent that passes away, does the trust still own it, but they still have an equitable interest? Then they may be in their 30s.
I think this was actually, let's go to the next one. 'Cause I think that actually, because everything you're saying, when I kept looking, except for what you said about the children, basically, and I'll start this in just a second, but basically what it does is it say, I'll use Kelly and Josh again. If Kelly's in her 30s and Josh is 62, so it goes and then he passes away, then there would be I better read this again.
I totally understand the intent of what you're wanting to do.
Right.
I absolutely do. But I think the law is pretty clear. You have to be 62 to get that credit.
Yeah, that's the way I look at it.
And if your spouse has passed and you're not 62, then you don't get the credit.
For the year that the spouse was eligible, that was the eligibility date.
The simple thing is we're allowing the spouse to go ahead and apply so that they're locked in at that year that they turn 62. They may not pass away for 20 more years,
Yeah,
but they're
30.
locked in
They're 30
for
when they're
the
locked
year
in.
they turn 62. If they're not on the application and the spouse dies, then that spouse is as well.
Right.
So how are we going to handle that situation when the spouse isn't on the application? And they're so used to paying the taxes from 10 years ago, but they're not on the application, but they're now 62, but they wasn't 10 years ago.
They're also notified yearly through the renewal process who is, I mean, I've been doing elections for forever. I always say voter responsibility. I'm sorry that you don't get to do this now, but that's because you didn't do the things that you needed to do. You can't handhold them and make them. So we've sent them a renewal thing. Has anything changed? Oh, I turned 62. I better get on there. That's on them.
Well, that's also why they've got those clauses in the rules. You know, if there's a change in, what do they do? You know, a change in status or addition to the house of some sort. You know,
Right.
It changes the freeze year. And I know I think there's one including exactly what we're talking about, but I don't remember the language on it.
You're talking about adding on to the house?
Yeah, I mean,
That just changes the value of the house, and it resets that dollar figure they pay.
but it also changes the freeze year, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't affect
Oh,
the
I
freeze.
apologize.
It just freezes what they paid because they added a room on. Or
So
Okay.
their house is assessed at $100,000 more dollars.
Right.
They're still froze at 24, but it might jump because they had $100,000 added
Okay.
to their
I thought it also changed the freeze year.
Well, then, okay.
We'd have 2 freeze years. Then,
yeah, you would. Your house, like say you built a new garage, a detached garage. Your house is froze at whatever, but
Right.
that new addition is froze at a different year.
Mhm.
That's the way I understand.
if it's brand new building.
Say you tear down half of your house,
Like if you built the house
and
this
then
year,
you rebuild
you're
it.
frozen 24 in your house, but you built a garage in 26. The garage. Did you guys decide on
well, if your
what you're doing
footprint
around
hasn't increased, then you
I
haven't
think
done
adding
anything.
other
It's done a very serious
buildings.
remodel.
Because take somebody that
Scott
has
might just about
has a garage, and they decide to add to the garage, add to their house. They're going to add, well, they can add half of it easy. I mean, that's easy to be done because I've done it. And man, you're going to tie up more than what you paid for the house in this addition.
Yeah.
And then, okay, then when you pay taxes, well, no, I only pay on the oldest part for the house. Say it was just half the size. Now it's the house, once you added it, if you would have made the assessment, that house is worth more money if you sell it. If you have redone all of it, fixed it up, and you're selling it, it's worth more. That's where I have a little issue there because the original intent was a house at that price. Now you're wanting to change it. That's just like putting it in a trust. Same difference. The same people own it, but now they got a lot better house. It's worth a lot more, but you're only getting taxes on the old part.
The trust wouldn't increase the value of the house, though. Just 'cause
Hey, you
And
add
that's,
a bunch to the house.
I feel like
that's
we're
spelled
getting
out
it
in
too
the ordinance
complicated.
of what
See,
you
this,
do.
that's the
But
issue.
you can get
There's
it.
so many loopholes
Yeah.
here and there and everywhere that it's just a matter of time before we're gonna have to amend this.
Cause I know whenever
We need to
ours,
look and see.
Well,
how
the
we
bill
can
that
get-
bill was so ill written
Yeah,
that it changes every year.
yeah.
There's a bill now that requires you to be 62 on January 1.
And
If you
it's
don't
still
increase
changing
it.
the law as we're trying to figure out the first one.
I don't know what brought that on. Why that legislator's writing that to make it. You have to be 62 on January 1 to be able to freeze your taxes.
Sounds like they're trying to
But
correct something.
they're just always constantly.
Well, actually, Senate Bill 190 in the state 62
Exactly. Yeah, it was
didn't have a year in there
Social Security eligible,
at all.
okay,
which
Rick, it's just like your house. Okay? You had a real nice home. The taxes. Taxes stayed the same. Well, they might have, for you, they might have stayed the same when you added your pool and everything. Or did they go up any?
it did.
That's,
Yeah.
that's,
Well,
Now-
that's focused
now
in
and
the
then-
ordinance.
but then that,
Yeah, that's in the
Oh.
ordinance. It's in the
That's
law, actually.
ordinance.
Yeah,
That's
that's-
already covered.
okay,
Yeah,
then it
that's-
doesn't matter.
It's in the statute.
That's
that-
increasing.
No, it says that it would increase the with the assessed valuation. So you're not still only paying $100 because you've assessed value. You're still froze at the 2024 rate, but your value has raised. So you're paying more tax on that. And that's in the
Oh.
ordinance that you guys
When
passed
I thought
originally.
in the freeze,
So does
then houses.
if we add on, because you're set, like we said, at 2024, and then say you add on to your house and it's a sizable amount, does that mean that sizable amount, will it go back to 2024 too, or will?
I think
that
it
seems like
goes.
that's gonna be real convoluted.
I
quick.
think that's a Scott question, really.
And so the way I thought you just
How do you
said,
figure?
that you would have 2 freeze years. You would have the original.
If you
Freeze?
change the original footprint to
Yeah.
what was frozen under, whether you add a swimming pool in the backyard or you add a 3-car garage or just expand the square footage of the house, that new footprint is taxed at.
I think it's in
A new year, right?
It's a different-
I think.
Okay, how does it freeze it?
What do you mean how they freeze it?
Does it freeze at that time?
Yeah,
Okay. Now,
if I add,
then, but then
Well, but
they're
you have
stuck
to-
on the
you have to
old
reapply.
freeze on the
no,
tax.
Because it's gonna be a separate, it's gonna be a separate.
It's a freeze on the
So that's
levy.
what I have to read.
well, you would have to
Freeze on the
apply
levy,
for
not
that,
the assessed
New
valuation.
part.
that new part, and
The
that would
assessed
create
valuation
another
of your home
freeze
isn't froze.
year.
The tax levy is froze.
And that
Right.
seems really
Maybe you can
Yeah.
streamline
You
that.
gotta
just come
wait.
in.
So you're
Yeah.
paying $1 or
But it would still
1%
create a
tax.
second
You're still
freeze.
going to pay 1% tax, but your assessed valuation has raised, so it's going to make your tax go up. It's not the levy itself that is raising; it's your assessed valuation.
You know the statute. I brought the statute up here, and it says a homestead defined. The definition of a homestead is real property actually occupied by an eligible taxpayer as their primary residence. So you have to be eligible to be able to claim the homestead. So if you wasn't eligible, if you just turned 62, well, that really doesn't really define when
To be eligible, you still have to meet the requirements
Yeah.
to be eligible.
You're gonna meet the requirements anytime you do it.
I'm trying to find
What was
how
the
it-
original question? We got away from that a while back on whether or not the children gets the tax freeze.
Well, I was going more, because this just seems crazy with the intent of what the law was. If you're 62, Jake,
Uh-huh.
Jennifer 61, you die, or you die a month before she turns 62. It seems like through the intent of the law that she should get your 2024.
I see your point,
Yeah,
but the problem with intent is there's a lot of different intents for
Yeah.
a lot of different
Yeah,
sayings.
that you can go.
And that's where I think it's getting confused.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but if you talk to a lawyer or you talk to a state rep, their intent is what it is your laws are based upon.
Well, then their intent ought to write it out.
Well,
They are.
and I
They're right.
I totally agree with that. I totally-
But no, I see your point.
But that's the
But
thing,
what
is if
I'm
it goes
looking
to
at
court,
is
the
Yeah.
intent is what
I
wins.
mean,
Okay.
It's not necessarily the law. But I just, that's,
because I know
there's, like I
when
said,
I
there's so many
when I read that,
loopholes in this
Right.
that
And
we're
Bill
gonna
Law.
be changing this.
I had-
And then
Well,
you can't do it one way for some
I
person.
found-
and
No,
Where it
oh,
says here.
hell, we forgot about that.
and that's what I worry about.
Yeah.
I'm all about helping people, but there has to be a line to be like, how far do you go?
I found in the statute what Jim's asking about. If an eligible taxpayer makes new construction improvements to such eligible taxpayer's homestead, the real property tax liability for the taxpayer's initial year credit shall be increased to reflect the real property tax liability attributable to such new construction improvements. So so it takes into account whatever you're increasing.
Okay.
Yeah, remodeling doesn't count.
Can I?
Re-
I do
Yeah,
want
new
to-
roofs,
back.
New
remodels.
siding.
I call it my office.
Well,
Using Mark's example when we were questioning the original, okay, what is this? When you use me as a 30-year-old and Josh is a 62-year-old. Well, I'm say Josh applied at 62, he gets it frozen in 2024, and then he passes away the next year. Well, now I'm only 31. Well, I still got 30 years before I'm ever even eligible for that. So even if I put my name on the application when I come in knowing I'm not eligible, I shouldn't get his 2024 tax break when I eventually
30 years
become,
later.
when I eventually
Yeah.
become eligible in 30 years.
Yeah.
I
What do
think
you-
you're
what do
gold
you
digger
do?
marrying somebody that old.
Yeah. I tell you what, that's a lot
I
of.
didn't realize I was older
I
than
know
Josh.
why you married that guy.
Stranger things have happened.
I've seen it.
Let me play out another
Pick out an old man about to die.
Let's say that I apply and I'm 80 and I go get put in the home. Do I still get to keep it?
No, we've had folks that live in nursing homes apply, and we tell them you have to live, you have to
Yeah,
reside in the
physical
home.
The residents still in the house.
Now, if they're temporarily in a rehab, that's different.
Right.
But if they're
Permanent.
The
reside,
physical residence.
They're never coming home.
Right.
Too many real life scenarios that
Yeah.
vary.
because there's
so-
no reason why they couldn't rent that house out. They still own it, but they reside in a nursing home. They can rent their home out. And
Yeah.
And they're
freeze
still
their taxes.
Gives them
That's-
income.
I don't think that's the intent of the law.
Right.
That's commercial property now.
You
Schedule.
just better keep the wife on life support until I get 62.
Yeah.
In the house.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of crazy bills out there right now that are picking on Senate Bill 190 at the time. So.
Well, it's easy to pick on.
Well, it's in their intent to try to help, but it's really.
Well, intent and interpretation. You know, I could interpret one thing one way, and every single person in this room could interpret it differently.
And I think
Fair.
that
Doesn't
most
go
court
wrong.
cases interpret it, the judges would interpret it as written, not interpret it as
Yeah.
intent.
That's right. Intent, it doesn't count.
Exactly.
They want it written down, black and white.
And that's why there's so many changes in the law to make it more clear.
Well, they better keep changing.
Yeah.
They ain't clear yet.
Well, that's all I needed. I just needed some clarification on how
You
you.
just brought up more questions.
You
huh?
just got more
I
questions.
didn't bring in more questions.
I don't feel we answered any of your questions.
Well, yeah, you don't need to see anything when we're adding a 62-year-old. So,
No.
and you're okay with just changing the year instead of having the person come in and reapply.
Yeah.
I think it's be easier on the senior
And what was the next question? That's the one we got.
Those
stuck-
are the only two I have.
Oh, okay. Okay. We'll keep it simple for right now.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Rick's gonna run out that
after
door.
today. He's gone for a couple of weeks. He's like, we'll handle that later.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to be worse than cutting on my neck or
Yeah.
something here. So,
You know what? I could fix something. We could.
Well,
Starting
yeah,
my night,
yeah.
he's rolling in,
It's
but in
some
the
days.
elevator. As long as the elevator's working, we're in good shape. Hook him up here, roll him in. We'll make a little place over here by Kelly. Roll him up the side, and then he can get him in the chair.
I'm hoping I can be back about a week. To be honest with you.
Then he can go.
That's my intention. Dennis, what did you do to your hand?
What?
For your wrist?
Oh, it's
Carpal tunnel again?
no, it's advanced decompressed arthritis.
Well, at least it's advanced.
In other words, I've lost all the cartilage and everything in my wrist, so they want to do this for a while. The last resort, going in there and fusing all the bones together, and I don't want that.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I'll keep the bottom and the top one.
Hey, since we're talking about injuries and stuff, how's Jim doing?
Got to have another surgery.
Still on that?
Hey, I gotta know. Did you use all them pallets?
If they didn't get used, they got disregarded.
I got some stuff.
And it's on the-
Why?
Oh, boy. Okay. Oh, my gosh.
Do we got a minute before we're gonna do this?
Go ahead.
Why? Where are you going?
He's gotta go use
You gotta think about it a little bit.
Yeah, I'm going to the office.
It's quiet in there.
Okay.
1, 2, original box. I think this one actually gave me 3 copies.
3 copies. That's pretty efficient.
Pretty sure. Yeah. Sure.
Oh, no, no, no. No,
Do it.
where is Bummer? No,
Carbondale, Illinois.
oh, no, Kelly, you go warm.
I'm good, thank you. Let me check with the girls to make sure they check the mail, and make sure there's no bids. Oh, they were supposed to be the day at 9, so.
Should have had one from Max Motors.
I'll check with the girls to make sure. I'll be right back.
No. Let's go. Do a little thinking. Trying to be a little thinking. Sure.
It's quiet. All right.
Dennis, will they deliver the one
Do what?
from Vogler? If that's the one we go with, will they deliver it, or do you have to pick it up?
I don't know. I haven't.
Where are they located at?
Carbondale, Illinois. It's about a 5-hour trip.
Okay.
It says our price delivered
Mm-hmm.
70,368. So I'm taking it it's delivered.
Yeah, we could probably put it on.
Do that.
We'll put it on. Oh, yeah, mine.
Yeah. Did you already look at all this that Rick brought up for the leasing software agreement? Okay. Thought you did. I kind of got lost in the shuffle on everything here. That's the software agreement that Rick brought up. Said I wanted to let you know that way you didn't think it was part of something different.
Yeah. Oh, you get it mixed up.
Okie dokie. Thank you, ma'am.
Was that it?
And this is a truck to replace the old Weldon truck that's
For the insurance.
right.
In a roundabout way, yes. What I'm going to do is convert HC2 into the Weldon truck, and this will give me another truck to pull trailers and stuff with.
Okay.
Because right now I only got one 550, and if one breaks down, then I ain't got nothing to pull that big trailer and
Right.
the big equipment with.
Okay.
So I wanted to convert 2 into the Weldon truck with 3, and then have 2 of these where I could have them on trailers and stuff.
Okay.
Okay, are we ready?
Start
out. All right. First one here is MHC of Springfield. And you're ready to look at the bid there. 76,200.
Henry County Road and Bridges, Dennis.
Said. We'll have to continue and check with make sure what everything is.
So, yeah.
Okay. There's okay, number 2 is Vogler. Illinois.
That
Vogler.
was really loud.
Vogler. Yeah. Okay, total of it is 70,368.
Even? No, 48.
Yeah.
48 cents. Too.
Hang on a second.
Okay. From Vogler,
26.
70,368.48. LRs.
Is there any difference in the truck specs between one to the other that you noticed?
The one big thing that stood out for me that I liked was the Vogler one. Has the snowplow prep package already on it.
I seen that.
Okay, and then the other one is Greg Smith Motors. And his is 74,800. And that is a 3.
69 days. Is the one from Vogler, does it have a bed on it or is it just cabin chassis?
All of them's cabin chassis.
Okay. Do you have a bed picked out, Dennis?
Bed picked out is actually cheaper than what they have been in the past. I can get it mounted and buy the bed and have it mounted for $11,500.
Well, you got 3 different wheelbases, so I didn't know if you.
And that's going to be it could be. I'd have to go look at the wheelbases and see what's going to work on what because after you guys because that's going to change the bed specs.
Okay.
So what bed I had picked out might be a different bed.
That's the reason I was curious. I didn't
because I just have to see which truck you guys go with and then call and get a price on the bed and mount it.
Okay.
Of course, if it's over the $12,000 mark, then we got to put it out for bid.
Let's see. One out of Springfield, 192 inch. Vogler is a 169 inch wheelbase. And then Greg's is 145 inch wheelbase.
I don't like the real long ones because it's hard to get in, but I don't want the real short ones because they bounce you all over the place. But that's just my opinion.
I shut my finger in the door before I came back up here.
Ouch.
What'd you do that for?
Well, I shut my door and it's kind of cantankerous sometimes, so I didn't think I got it shut, so I went to go back and
Did you have a double shot of pickle juice the other night?
double shot of headache medicine. That's what I had in.
Me too. Neat.
It looks like that Vogler bid and the Greg Smith bid would be delivered to Clinton, where that MHC bid would be delivered to Springfield, and then we'd have to go pick it up. It looks like that Vogler bid, and I could be reading this wrong, but it says dual 40 and 26.5 gallon fuel tanks. So that means it's got 2 fuel tanks on it.
It's also got the payload plus package upgrade too.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen that on anything else.
And it comes with spare tire and wheel.
It's gonna pull a little better.
Huh?
It's gonna pull a little better.
Well, much I hate to say it, the price kind of says it for itself.
Greg's and Smith's is 410 rear end. This is 430.
430 to pull a little better. 410 to get a little better.
The one's $4,031.52 cheaper too.
I wonder why.
Probably the same warranties all the way through on all of them, I'm guessing.
The best I could tell.
Yeah.
I was really hoping the guy out of Florida would bid on it. That way I could drive down there and pick that one up.
Oh, really?
Stop there in Louisiana and eat me some crawfish.
That'd be all right. Mm-mm.
I mean, I don't eat crawfish, but I would have found something to eat.
Have some gumbo.
I do like gumbo.
Alligators, yeah.
Alligators.
I don't know if I don't think I've ever ate alligator.
You know what they say, tastes like
Yeah.
chicken.
Yeah.
It's good.
Oh,
though.
it's white.
I liked it.
Yeah, it's
It's like
One thing
fish,
about it,
though.
everything tastes like chicken.
Yep.
yeah, it tastes like chicken.
It's like fish, though. If you get muddy alligator, it's rough. I'll take you about my fish.
Let's see. I just said this, I can't understand. Both of them lists.
What do you think, Jim?
I hate to go the farther part out of town.
I'd like to keep it closer to town,
And
but
you have to.
the other one seems to be a better buy.
No, it's just. What do you think, Mark? Yo,
I think the Vogler's the better deal.
Well, that payload plus ups you to 19,500 pounds. As opposed to the other one's 18,000.
$169. Well, they quite a bit of difference in wheelbase. 145 versus 169.
It's Vogler, not vulgar. Oops. I was like, that does not look right.
They're good.
The pricing may be vulgar.
Right.
It's not the name of the company.
I did that 3 times. Read it as vulgar.
Or heavy duty.
Well, you can add that. There you go. Now, I wonder, now down below, incentives, ID, description, undefined concession amount, $1,800. I don't see where that's all from here on Greg Smith's yet.
Do what, Jim?
Well,
The discounts.
down below, but then it says down below here, incentives, area code 10 contractor, and then description undefined concession amount, 8 minus 1,800. This order is not been submitted to the order.
I think they would have taken it off if they were trying
Well,
to win a day.
I would have thought that, but I'm just saying what I'm looking at. Cause this other one's on there.
I know I ain't got 2 cents to say in this, but I'm just gonna throw my 2 cents out there. If it's my budget, I think I'd go with the Vogler one because you're getting more money for your buck and it's the cheapest bid. But that's just me.
You're getting more truck for it, yeah.
But if you guys want to give me an extra 10,000 in my budget, I'll be more than glad to go with whichever one you guys want to go with.
Denied.
Oh,
Kelly, you're such rough on me.
I really think that Payload Plus is really kind of the selling factor on it.
mhm.
See, I'd rather have the Snowplow Plus package because I got things in my head you don't know about yet.
You got,
I don't want to get up and
Money later,
grab that.
Jake.
Huh?
Be asking for more money later.
he's going snowplow for it.
Or wait a year.
It'll be a directional plow. That way we're not tearing up the curbs at the courthouse or the jail.
Well, that'd
When
be
you get that
nice.
grader, you'll have
Somebody
one go up
else
front,
do it.
Dennis.
Do
When
what?
you get that grader, you'll have one to be up front.
We don't need that unless you got 22 inches plus.
Okay.
Let's use a combine to get rid of the snow.
I don't think we're gonna get snow
All right.
tomorrow.
I'll make
Is
a
that one
motion
like we're-
to accept Vogler.
Say I'll second that.
Okay, motion been made second to accept Vogler bid for the Ford truck for 70,368. 48. 368, 48. That being said, any more discussion, talking? Okay, that being said, proceed vote. Mark?
She still has something.
My only concerns, like I say, when you do that, every time you go there, it can come back to, it'll add up that pretty quick.
Yeah.
And I
As far
can
as
understand.
you like to take
Service
it
will.
I would love to keep
any
it.
Ford dealer, huh?
Oh, yeah.
I would love to keep it local.
Be driving back and forth somewhere.
The difference in trucks,
Yeah,
I think Greg will understand.
okay.
I hope he understands.
All right,
That's what is that, 6%
yeah.
difference? Ford rated off of 70, 74, something like that.
Yeah, I think, and I got a feeling maybe that truck's been on lot for a while. That's the reason.
At
Because
Vogler,
the list on it is 78,845. That makes a difference. And both of them same year.
Yeah, they're both
Yep.
26.
Okay, both of them 26. That should be. Okay. Mark?
Yeah, yes.
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 Jake? Yes.
Did you say yes as well?
Yep. He's the one. That being said, motion carried.
You have me make contact with them and get everything set up for you, Kelly.
You're
While we have your guys' attention,
Do they need a signature or something?
I don't have anything for it.
oh, I don't know.
There's no signing page.
Uh,
They'll have to send it to us. I got it.
Jake, you brought it to my attention Tuesday. That division had some mud on it up there on the west end where they drug it out of that one field they'd been working at.
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday afternoon or mid morning or whatever, I got a call from Ted saying the same thing, and then I got a call from Alan asking if we could take some rock out there and put on it because all their guys are gone because of rain. So I took a couple loads and he agreed with the price and everything of what I was going to charge him to haul it and for the rock and everything. But I asked Kelly for guidance on this, and we're unsure how to do this because that's under their care, that road maintenance, where that road is and stuff. And my question is can we bill them direct, or how do we got to go about
I
billing?
assume we'll bill them direct.
Because, you know, Ted and them ain't going to want to pay all the bills that's going to them.
Right.
And as Jeremiah and Alan has spoken to me, once we get this grader deal settled, he wants to see what we're going to charge to blade their roads while they're out there working. And if we do that, we're going to have to send the bill directly to them. We can't just keep going through other people.
Right.
So
Ask Alan, but I'm sure it's probably this.
I mean, the guy, they're willing to pay and everything.
Yeah.
It's just with it not being a township, because we can't, I can't go out and haul rock for you
Right.
or other people. It's just with it not being a township, I needed guidance if it's okay to go ahead and bill them direct or.
And before you answer this question, the reason he's asking this is because we have always said we do not bill personal, we do not bill businesses, we go through the township. And so that's where the confusion is, or where he needs direction, because we are only allowed to, by direction, bill townships and special road districts. It's up to the townships and special road districts to bill out if they do work for somebody else. So that's the reason, because he was asking me, and I was like, I can't make that decision because
Then the way it sounds.
historically we have been told it must go through the township and the special road district.
Right.
And so that's why he's asking for direction.
Fair enough.
Yep, I'd send it to
So
Ted. I'll have to go to the township.
obviously
Then
it
they'll
would
bill us,
be easier the other way.
Yeah, been easier, but stay in it. The way we've done it, we're gonna have to do it like that.
Well, that's up to you guys. Just because you've done it that way doesn't mean you have to do it that way. But I'm just telling you, that's why I told Dennis I was not able to make that decision, because we have been directed. We only bill townships and special roads.
Because the next thing that's gonna happen is whenever we get the road grader, then we won't be able to grade roads unless we're billing it to.
We will find out.
What's the turnaround time? I mean, because that's probably, if I'm a road district,
They're going to pay once a month. You
so
know.
every 30 days. And then, I mean, do they pay? Because trust me, I've heard.
It's hit and miss depending on what road district you miss.
Yeah,
Pretty much, yeah.
But Davis, they meet monthly, don't they?
yeah.
Last time.
For instance, same scenario, I had another township contact me last week and said, we don't want to pay this out of our budget. Can't this person just pay you guys? And we said, that's not how we do it. You have to pay, they have to pay you. So
So what Davis is probably going to do is bill Beavertail. When they get paid, they're going to pay you.
And the bad thing of it is if and when Jake ever gets this contract done that he says he's working on,
I got a news statement for you. I haven't heard anything new.
New statement.
I think he's working on it. I ain't for sure though. I know it's on his desk. So. That was the
I
last
was there that day and talked to him. He had it right there. Or he had something right there.
But I mean, I haven't talked to Ted and them out there, but I'm sure they're not going to want to sit there and rack up a big bill for me bleeding those roads for them guys while they're. And
Well, that's one reason why this is happening. They don't want to hassle with all that stuff.
so
Where it complicates when you go into contracts with townships.
I just need you guys to think about it and come up with a solution of who I need to bill when I have to go out there and do something.
But
That'll be a concept.
I don't see an issue with billing them direct.
I don't.
I mean, just because we've never done it doesn't mean we can't do it. I mean, unless there's something statutorily that says that you can't.
No, it's
That's-
not. It's just, I think that's the county deal.
This is how we.
I'd say kick it back to Kelly and let her research the statute and make sure.
That would be the
And just prepare yourself for what's good for the goose is good for the gander, because I literally just had this conversation with a totally different township in a different area.
Well, that was an individual putting a culvert in their driveway,
Yes.
where
a lot
that's
of difference.
different than you're dealing with a company out here.
Until
We're
it's
gonna be doing
another business that wants to put something in. I'm just saying
But
what
we're
it's
gonna be
gonna
doing
be prepared. what-
Kelly,
A lot of work.
Put some duct tape on that mouth, please.
We'll be doing a lot of work for them out there versus the normal person.
Exactly.
I mean,
I'm
that's.
gonna ask a dumb question. Is it because of insurance risk? I mean, if somebody I call you, and I say, hey, Dennis, I need a culvert put in, could you put that in for me? Why wouldn't we do it?
Cause that's all we would ever get done.
Seems like a money-making thing to me.
I don't have a problem doing it, but are you going to charge them labor?
Well, yeah. I mean,
Because you don't charge labor to the township.
Say that would be
So why?
An
would
issue.
go through
Well, you know what?
townships?
they're not I mean, not necessarily what's good for the goose is good for the gander. I mean, it's just.
I'm game for it because I'm
It's
doing
a-
anything I can do to make money this year
you
because
got to be careful on this comment of moneymaker because
I mean
I'm with you.
I'm about ready to go start selling some blood platelets or something so I can have money in my budget for next year.
we're just
Oh,
agreed
boy.
upon
Well, I mean,
this
if
stuff.
it-
You're also
That may happen.
If there's not
Could
an
be a big
insurance issue,
It could be a bigger factor too.
you're making money.
Yeah.
I mean, we're looking for money to come into the county. Why not? I mean, now unless it got to the point to where that's all you were doing.
We'd have to be
Of course, but
careful.
If that's the case, you could hire somebody to do it.
Some townships may not want. They might want to have that say. May not want to have that say.
I guess this would be a good conversation to have at the 26th of March meeting with the townships.
Well,
Hey,
it really would.
It really would.
if John Doe comes and wants me to put a culvert in it and I'm charging him, do you guys mind if I put the culvert in for John Doe? I mean,
They may appreciate it.
I was going to say, I don't know why they would mind.
long as the people, and I'm pretty amped about that, as long as the people's putting in the right size pipe and the right length, I don't have a problem doing it. But when they're sitting there arguing with you, I want a 10-inch pipe and I want it 12 feet
Yeah.
long.
Yeah.
A 12-foot drive, 10 inches ain't going to cut all the water coming off that hill.
We put them in according to our specs, and if they don't like it, then they can go find somebody to do it.
So,
That's
anyway,
it.
it's something for you guys to think about. I ain't got nothing hardly tied up in what I've done so far, but it's something that could grow into something bigger down the road, and we just need to know how we're going to handle and I don't mind going out here putting a whistle in for John Doe, but he's going to pay me first
Right.
because
Let him write you a check on the spot.
I
I mean, just like any contractor, a lot of these contractors, as soon as they're done, they want their money.
so that's just my 2 cents.
You get a lot
I don't mind
like
putting
that.
in culverts. I don't mind doing
Right.
ditch work, but I'm gonna have to charge them, and they're gonna have to put it in what I think they need, not what they think they need.
It would be material, labor, and your whatever equipment you've got. I mean,
So-
there was wear and tear on that equipment, so you got to charge for that too.
We ain't been charging nobody else. Why start now?
Well, like I said,
I can feel it coming to me already.
So anyway, think about it, but we need guidance on it.
I got a question for you. Did they originally haul the equipment from their hub site to where they was going to work for their heavy equipment, or did they road it to their site?
90% of the stuff that they move from one spot to another is hauled.
Okay.
The only thing they probably drove from point A to point B would have been the empty scrapers and empty the tractor pulling the scraper. But the dozers and all that, the track hose, they move it with truck and trailer all the time.
Okay. Just curious. Question's been brought up. So.
But I mean, Ted talked to me again today. He says for what they've done out there and stuff, the roads are held up really good. They're in good shape. The only thing was where that one muddy spot was.
Right.
We took care of it, and it's handled. But as far as I know, every time I see them, they're unloading a dozer, unloading a track hoe. The only thing I don't know about is the tractor and the scraper, but I don't foresee them loading that up and moving it.
Well, that's my thought on it as well.
But all their big heavy stuff they've been hauling.
Okay. And still continue to haul it.
Mm-hmm. Now, and just like Ted said this morning, he goes, the other day they unloaded a dozer, backed it off, went into the field they was going to go work in, didn't tear up the road, didn't sharp turn it or dig into it or anything like that. And he has no complaint with the work that they've been doing out there.
Okay.
And the only complaint he had was the mud situation, and then they had received a couple calls on it. And, so that's when they called me, and then Alan called me, and they couldn't get a hold of anybody because they ain't had anybody out there working because all the rain this week. And so they asked me if I could, and so I took a couple loads out there, and I got the bills laying on my desk, and I told them a price per ton that I would haul for, and so.
What did you end up putting on?
1 inch road run.
Okay. Did it cover up the mud pretty good?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So
that was kind of the issue, is not so much coming out of the field onto the road, but tracking it as they're going down the road.
They've had a couple of issues on that on P Highway.
I heard about that.
But
yeah,
they have a broom that's constantly sweeping that road to keep all that stuff off of it.
Farmers ought to do that on some birds.
I mean, I've seen tractors and dualies coming out of these fields of farmers that's been hauling hay, and they're leaving the same evidence right behind them.
Mine does that.
Drive 52 highway every day.
Especially I haven't
It's a mess.
went through mud for a while.
So
It is getting muddy.
Mark, you got anything for me? Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Jim, you got anything else for me? Miss Kelly.
Just a quick question. When you talk about putting culverts in for John Doe out there, that's on private property, right? For my research purposes.
No, it would be actually on the county right away.
Okay.
Right away.
We don't go on private property.
Okay. There just needs to be a clarification there that you're not
It's
going
on
to go to their
it's-
house and put their culvert in.
We put culverts in on county right of ways
Thank
for
you.
driveways. We're not going to go back on their chicken farm
Yeah.
and put culverts in.
I just wanted to make sure we were all clear on that before I started researching.
Was you able to start the work over there in Windsor, or the rain shut you guys down?
Now we've got all the spots sawed. We've got all the culverts delivered. Matter of fact, I'm stockpiling some lime screenings today, and so if everything works out, next Monday we're going to move in over there and hopefully have it wiped out in a week or two.
You haven't done that yet? Moved in? Yeah.
Do what?
You haven't moved in, put any.
Well, there ain't no sense of moving equipment in until I get
You
ready.
ain't got any covers? Oh, I thought you was ready.
Well, I'm ready, but the weather ain't been ready for me.
The weather hadn't
He
cooperated.
had everything all set up last week. I thought
Bet he did.
he'll be moving ahead.
I wanted to make sure that we got in the minutes because we have it all connected since Bear Creek Township was here. The amount of miles that are open in Bear Creek Township from Southwest 900 and Southwest 601.
Oh, God. Yeah, I'm ready.
We need to get that in the minutes recorded. So, how do we want to do this? All I have is a note here from my brain, and I wrote from 1100 east, 5.42 miles is going to be on the road inventory.
Yes. I went down and logged from 1100 east back to where they're wanting to the road to go to, and it is 5.42 miles, where they had it at like 5.58 or 48 or something like that. But it was 5.42, and I think I talked to all of you guys about it, told you. And as I told Jake, still before we go down 5.42 miles, they're going to have to blade from 601 east that whatever 4.2 whatever, because it's grown up in grass. Half of it you can't even see rock on because the grass is so tall and stuff. They're going to have to get it brought up to shape before I start sending my guys down to keep it moving.
Yeah, I hadn't had a chance to tell them that, but I don't think they're gonna have a problem with that. Sure.
So, and one thing I told Ed Bowden, and I'm hopefully get on it tomorrow, is I'm going to have a map made up of every township and their roads, and probably a road a little bigger than what they take care of, because I know Ed Bowden or Bear Creek Township and Fairview Township has swapped roads because of whatever
Ease for
reason,
them on.
and I need to know who's taking care of what so it can go towards their road miles, not what they think they need. So I'm going to have a map made up that way I know I can come in here and say, okay, Jake, Bear Creek has 58.2 miles because I've ran all the roads, and that's everything they take care of.
Yeah, we need to get it clarified that way. Everybody's on the
Because,
same page.
I mean, all townships, even like Windsor Special, they take care of some. Johnson County takes care of some, and they swapped around to where I take care of these 3 miles, they take care of these 3 miles, and I need to know which 3 miles who's taking care of, so whenever somebody comes in, I know how to act.
Can you
Sounds
help
good.
me put this? So you have logged 5.42 miles on what road?
On
Southwest.
900.
900
900 road.
from 1100 to the dead end.
Okay, I just want to make sure we have it in there. And it might make it easier for you. Yesterday I went into the assessor's office and I asked for a map of the entire township and the roads on an 8.5 by 11 because I'm working on cart contracts. And the ones that I have previously don't have all the new road numbers on it. And so Scott's building those for me, so he should have those already ready to go.
Okay.
Blow them up. He showed them to me, some of them to me this morning, so.
Okay. Thank
Did you
Kelly.
measure 601 from 52 south?
It was like just shy of 1 mile from 601. No, from 601, from 900 and 601 to 52 is the only thing that's on the road inventory. From 601 and 900 south is not on road
We're
inventory.
gonna have to correct that. They've been maintaining it with public funds for years.
No, they have not.
They have not.
Cole and them said they have not been maintaining it.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood. I thought Coleman told me they had. So
Unless I misunderstood.
I'll double check. I'm sure Cole will be messaging me
This
here
one's got me scratching my head. All I
any
know,
minute.
5.42 miles is going to be on the road inventory.
Put a head scratch.
1100
They're all
to
head
the
scratching.
day.
because it's
Yep.
changed.
Perfect.
I just know there's a
Because
Could be a
the day we
discrepancy.
went down and measured all this, the guy that lives down there at that dead end, he was blading it himself.
okay. Well,
So-
he used to be the blade operator
And
for that
Then
township.
you ought to be.
at one time, Cole told me that they don't maintain that down there. That's why.
Okay.
And then when I got digging through my road inventory, it don't go south of 901.
It just stops right there.
Yeah.
Okay. I probably misunderstood, but
I'm not going to say it's you or me or who, but
well, I appreciate that.
probably Kelly.
Poor Kelly. Thank you, Dennis.
I'll take
There you
it.
go.
I just wanted to make sure I got that blurb logged in the minutes.
Yeah.
I am working on updating this, MOU with the VIN number and all of that we need. So we can do that today if you guys wish. I had to have Amy send me a picture of the title,
Title what?
the trailer, the MOU trailer,
Oh.
or the EOC trailer. Now I got too many acronyms going on in my brain. Gulfstream. That would be the brand, right? Gulfstream. Say 2026. Would you, Jake and Jim, please look at the gas tax thing? Because I want to get those in the mail today.
I read that. I liked it. I didn't see any issues with it.
Thank you.
It was just a friendly reminder on everything. So
Well, it's covering us saying, we're giving you this money, you must use it for this. Do you agree?
Right.
yeah,
It just saves us.
yeah.
Because, as we figured out, that should have been happening.
Yes, that's serious.
And honestly, when I asked other counties if they had that, specifically township counties, if they had anything, so I didn't have to reinvent the wheel, just kind of plagiarize something. All of them said, no, we pay for rock, we pay for, they don't just give them
No,
the funds. So I didn't get one that told me they.
most of the counties don't get it.
So I thought, oh,
Guess we'll see how this goes over.
well, the nice thing, if you buy your rock, deliver it to them. Put it on the road for them, you damn sure know where it's going. And whether it's gonna get there.
everybody operates
Boy.
differently,
Yes,
obviously.
they do.
Yeah,
Um,
but then there's not too many township counties.
14.
Yeah.
That's all that's left.
That's right.
Maybe 13.
Yep. Uh,
Gulfstream coach. Tax
How much are we giving them
information,
this year?
Are
Yeah.
these-
Kelly's got the figures over somewhere, I believe.
what am I doing?
I guess how much?
Yeah, I've got, actually, I could be letting you guys look at that.
I know Ed was asking me about it, and I said, I
Yeah,
don't
he
doubt it.
came in and talked to me. I brought you one.
Thank
I
you.
brought you one. I brought Dennis one too. Darn it.
Oh, Dennis, there you go.
Come over here.
You didn't
So
know.
I already worked up the cart contracts to send out.
Perfect.
So I'm just working. I was waiting for the gas tax
Okay.
contract to put with it.
Do you need this when it's got a bunch of check marks over here on the side?
I can give you a clean copy.
No, it doesn't bother me one bit. I just didn't know if you needed this copy.
Yeah, trade me. That's the one I was marking to make sure my contracts were right.
That's why I was curious.
That was my second check there. And I didn't know if you guys, I didn't change anything about the cart contract except for the amount. And I mean, I'll let you look at them, but give them back to me. All I changed was the amount and then the dates. I didn't change any of the rules or anything like that. I left the same stuff in there. I can make you a copy if you want, but I didn't find it was necessary.
I thought it worked pretty good last year.
I'm making them due by April 1st. That way they can, if they, oops, I forgot it at the meeting, they can bring it. That's how they bring it in.
Have you gotten their budget yet?
Not everybody's, which they'll find out when they come to the meeting. If they, I actually have Ronnie checking that this morning to double check to see whose is and whose isn't here, make sure we didn't miss anybody. And my intent is, if we don't have your stuff, there's not much we can do for you. I won't accept your cart contract.
Is this our copy to keep,
Those are
Kelly? Or did you need these back?
No, those are for you, but the cart contracts I'd like back, please.
Here's a
I just wanted to make sure they were.
two Mark and I had.
Yeah, here's all the cards. Yo, this all I got. Three.
Three?
You got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3. I just gave y'all one to look at. So you can make sure that there wasn't anything that you wanted to change. Like I said, I just changed the dates and the amounts up at the top.
Yeah.
And then I will include the gas tax contract with it as well when I mail it out. I'm currently working with Scott's office, as you heard me tell Dennis, on some new township maps. You know how they mark their map? Well, the ones that we have are from way before the 911 change. And so Scott's working on some new maps for me with all the new roads.
Good. So get that cleared up and get us all on the same page.
Yeah,
Sure would help.
that's the plan, Stan. And then this MOU here. All I did was add the equipment description in here.
What did we pay them? Do you know total last year?
I can look it up, just give me one.
Okay,
Which one? This
both
one?
of them. Together.
Well, that was like 145, I think.
What numbers are you wanting, Jim?
Total of the gas and car rock.
So the gas tax was 188.85,
188, what?
180,885.60. And cart was 291.15. We paid 7,675 per cart mile last year, and 240 per gas tax mile last year. Well, that's wonky. It's not that. This thing doing is making me.
Give that back.
Killing trees, killing trees.
Yep.
I gave up and just went ahead and made it print on 2 pages. I was trying to put it on one, but it kept flipping it upside down, and
I don't want that.
I'll just pass this back through to you where you can see the changes that I made. I just added what it actually was and the big number of the trailer for insurance's purposes,
Mhm.
mainly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be shocked when they get their
Huh?
card distribution or their gas tax distribution out the card. Was you good with the contract for gas tax?
Little over 4 million.
Yeah, we knew what we were doing when we did it.
No, I knew it. I just think about it.
I just added the VIN number on that. Everything else is the same. I just added the VIN and the date number on it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Upon my investigations here, statute 229.040 road construction contracts, plans and supervision, it says, whenever any public money, whether arising from taxation or from bonds hereunto or hereinafter issued, is to be expended in the construction, reconstruction, or other improvement of any road or bridge or culvert, the county commission, township board, or road district commissioners, as the case may be, shall have full power and authority to construct, reconstruct, or otherwise improve any road and to construct any bridge or culvert in such county or other political subdivision of the state, and to that end may contract for such work, or may purchase machinery, employ operators, and purchase needed materials and employ necessary help and do such work by day labor. So it sounds to me like you can contract to do that.
Yeah.
I think there should also be an actual, maybe a blanket contract where you input the person's name and address, signed by the person, signed by before we do, so that there's a paper trail of where we've put what we've put.
Right.
So it definitely needs to be done by some kind of contract. So
Agreed.
Well, sounds like we're going to be doing a lot of work for them when we get that grader fixed. Or not, or get
Acquired.
the grader acquired. I'll put it that way.
who, as the county commission, can tell me how to bill however you want to? I have to be notified of that before I can say, yes, Dennis, I will do that, because I do not have that authority. So.
Yeah, let's see if I can figure out how to do this.
busy.
Not at the moment. Yay!
Oh, those you see, there's 3 copies of each township.
Fancy ones. Thank you.
That's just the extra paper that somebody gave us.
I appreciate this.
So I made one for you, one for the township, and then whichever corresponding commissioner they can have it for their deal.
Thank you, Scott.
And now when I was doing that,
Dennis came down and told me he wanted a big one. I said, right now, Scott's got them pulled. I don't know how he's
I was
doing it.
just getting the last one done.
He said he wanted them bigger.
He does.
So, but it shouldn't be too hard to make those bigger, should it? Like copy bigger?
As he
He
walks
wants
away.
a big, bigger.
Dennis doesn't even know what he wants. But we'll see.
Well, first problem is they're not labeled. You guys aren't getting these today,
That's fine.
so I gotta go through and do some work. It's the township with only the road and the road number with the new ones. So I told him I didn't need all the color, and he said I can't do it without the color.
Those are a lot nicer.
So what we could actually do, and I would be willing to do for you guys, is laminate these. And instead of having a new copy every year, for your file that you have, you could just mark whatever road. That's what the dry erase markers would be good for. And then you would I would have the actual copy with the contract, but then you guys could mark so that you would know what roads they did previously.
Let's see.
Let's save a tree.
That would be great.
Yeah. Thank you, Kelly.
I had done that before. That might have been a Daniel Dahl thing. I might have done it for Daniel.
Yeah, they used to have
I think he
They
liked to
laminate. the Daniel and Rick. Daniel and then Rick and Dale both had laminated.
Did they have laminated ones
Yeah.
too? I
Yeah,
knew I
well,
could.
you fixed them up.
Because then you're not keeping tons of copies of maps that you don't. You just need to go. Yep, they didn't do that one that year. Well, then I reckon you should talk to Scott if you
I'll
want to
talk
like
to
this.
I will talk to.
Because I don't have a color printer.
I'll talk. It's got it.
And one of these is for the township, and one of these is for my file, and one of these is for the respective commissioner. So I don't know.
I'll just visit with Scott. I'll just
I
go
don't
ahead.
have this fancy of paper, and I don't know
That's all right.
how much ink this would. Tell him we need one more copy.
Huh?
Tell him we need.
I need one more copy. All of them.
Yeah, I'll do that. Once I figure out where they're at. This one looks to be Tebow. Oh, they are. They're labeled in the middle.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
it's
I can see it now.
yeah. Forgot to.
I'm still gonna have to sort because I see 2 Tebows here. This one isn't labeled. Maybe it is behind there. We'll figure it out. I'll get them up to you. I'll laminate them. Otherwise, I'm done unless you guys are gonna sign that MOU, and then somebody will have to make a motion when Jim gets back to do that.
Okay.
I'll try to have those ready for you before the meeting. I wonder if you did special registers. You know when you hate to ask too much.
Hey Kelly, I'm gonna send you an email with my mileage.
Okay.
I can't print it.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's the other thing I forgot.
From the
I
meeting.
said that I was going to bring it today.
Well, I forgot to write down my mileage of whenever it started, so it's just getting
If
total
you just
miles
wanna
this time.
have Wendy email it to me, we can get it paid Tuesday if I get it in my email, so.
And
Anything
then,
else you guys need me to be doing? I got these for you. Okay.
I think that's all you need for.
I do need that.
Need that. Yes.
The rest you can email me. This has to go in your file folder.
I think that's all you needed for that certificate, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just showing you've completed your training. Did you guys learn anything? Told you to bring me back something good knowledge.
There's a lot of knowledge down there.
I was
Almost overwhelming.
for one little thing to bring home because I'm like, if I go and I don't have something that I was like, well, at least I learned that. I feel like at least
I've learned a couple of things though.
good.
Legality side, that was an interesting one to sit back and listen to.
Anything coming down the pipeline that we should be concerned about besides Senate Bill 3? Did they talk about Senate Bill 3 at all?
He did a little bit.
Very little though.
Yeah, not much.
Talked a little bit about one updated 190, but barely touched on it as well.
There just isn't any real direction there. Johnson County is sending me, they did a FAQ, which they're a 0% county, so they're going to be a little different than us, but because they also put it on, because they were told to, you know. And I said, well, you know, we got people asking, and we don't really have any good answer from them, what they're. So she, yesterday afternoon after we talked, she was going to send me the FAQ that they put out. That was approved by Travis Elliott for them to put out, that the information they were putting out was good. So I thought we might look at that a little bit.
Yeah.
Try to do something with that. I haven't even seen it, don't know, but I thought maybe Tuesday I'd bring that up.
Say,
People are asking me, and I don't have any good answers for them. We were required to put it on the ballot by the state.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all we know right now.
we talked about that and then joining if one person, or
I wanted to join in on the lawsuit.
yeah, the class action, is that what it was? Or that is?
For the Senate Bill 3 thing.
Yeah. About, what, 5,000? Between 75,000.
It varied. If there was more people, it would be lesser,
Yeah.
of course, but I think we missed that deadline. And
Yeah,
I think that deadline was pretty close by the time
right
we
there.
got to
Yeah, with the end.
I was thinking there was 30-some counties they said that jumped on.
She broke. And she slipped out of gear. So I can sign the mileage for you. Governor Kehoe talked.
Uh-huh.
He got some plans. A guideline, if you will.
I just don't want to give people wrong information or information that maybe I interpret one way as somebody else might interpret the other way.
Right.
Whoops.
Wasn't me.
Somebody's gonna win.
I just slipped out of gear.
Yeah.
About plucked myself out of the chair.
Oh,
Will you give that to Jake for me? That's his mileage.
you need this?
Uh-oh. You need it.
Barely. I didn't get it right.
I didn't get everything.
Didn't print it all?
I may not have done it right.
Hold on.
Did you?
Let's do it again.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot. She did fix this deal on there, didn't
I did.
Crap.
All you gotta do is type it in and
I
it does
should've
all the
typed it.
magic for you.
I should have typed it in. Been done.
It does. I still can't figure it out very well.
I was telling them, Jeff, whilst you were out, that if you're gonna sign the MOU, we'll need a motion to do that.
Yep.
Otherwise, I don't have anything. I am waiting on Johnson County to send me, they have an FAQ out on Senate Bill 3 just answer some questions that people are asking. I'm waiting to receive that from them so we can kind of look at it and maybe take some pointers.
Yeah. Be nice if we had a DocuSign on there. Be nice if we had that DocuSign kind of thing. So, you good with the MOU?
Mhm.
May help her in.
Are we ready?
I'll make a motion to approve the MOU for the emergency management trailer to be housed at Callahan Fire Department.
Second. Motion been made, second, sign the MOU to house a emergency management trailer at the Calhoun Fire Department. All in favor, say, our voice will call Mark,
Yes.
Jack,
Yes.
Jim, yes, motion carried. Okay.
That's all I got for you, fellas.
And you got the MOU.
It's around here somewhere.
It's, nope.
Nope. Down there. Okay.
Told Jenny we was just about a week too early for the surgery. March Madness starts at what, 15th, 16th. All day basketball. I could have handled that.
Just sit back and
Oh yeah. Game after game. Remember when Corporan used to bring in the TV into the class and he'd sit there and watch game and try to teach history at the same time?
Yeah.
Ooh. Patience.
And yet we still learned. Might not have been about history.
Yeah, we learned how to keep track of our brackets.
So the year I moved to Calhoun is so funny. I met Coach Corporan when I came to enroll during the summertime because I wanted to know about the basketball camps and stuff, you know. And he had the girls convinced I was 6'1", you know, this big baller coming in here. And when I walked in, they were like,
Was he wearing his coach's shorts?
He would put 5'11" on my stat roster everywhere we went. I'm like, I'm 5'5" on a good day.
I think he wrote me down at 6 foot one time. Boy, wasn't they surprised.
I thought that was the funniest thing.
They don't need to know any different. Well, this was a productive day.
It was a productive day.
Do we have any more things we need to do today? You want to speak today, Bruce?
No.
I do have a note from Tobias with Senator Hawley's office. He wants to schedule office time. He doesn't really want a public meeting. He wants to talk to you guys individually about things that you might be concerned about, not necessarily get on the agenda for the public meeting. I'm not sure how we should go about that, but I have his number and I believe it's free. Well, because you
I
guys
wouldn't know how to go
aren't in,
about that either.
well, you don't have like a office he can drop by that, you know, isn't during open meeting. So
So,
he just wants to speak with each one of you, so maybe you guys should just take his phone number and just call it. He said he
Safe
didn't
roll.
mind being in an open public meeting, but that's not what he wants to speak with you guys about your concerns. And I didn't take the message, I got it.
right.
You got this? Did you get, or was this just me? On March 26th, Mark offered wanted to face, they wanted to have the schools drop off the paintings or drawings somewhere and then have a place that the
I haven't gotten that.
I did not get that.
it's the 2026 Congressional Art Competition is open. Online application an application. Then they call and want to know if there's anywhere to keep them in an office until they can pick them up.
For display or
No,
just to hold
their,
them?
yeah, hold them until they pick them up.
What does that entail?
Just the drawings they bring in. Congressman, oh,
I'm not volunteering if you're asking. I have enough on my plate. I have 2 open elections at township.
I just
meetings.
asked
I'm not.
do you know of a place we can stick? Lock 'em up.
No.
I could put them in here, but I don't know where that. I don't know. See what you think. I can stick them, huh?
What is it? Paintings?
Paintings,
Drawings?
art.
Yeah.
Kids are going to draw pictures and different things, and then they're wanting to bring them here.
No, the individuals, they're
Yes.
wanting them to turn them into somebody.
Yes.
I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. Sorry. I ain't got
Turn them
time.
into do what?
Just store them so they can pick them up.
Well, when somebody comes in and
7th.
says, I have an art thing to enter, you've got to enter them and then hold it until the state picks it up. And I ain't
That's
doing
what
it.
okay.
It's not just them bringing one time. It's a couple days. It's the 7th and the 9th. Sorry. I've
Yeah.
got an election on the 7th.
Competitions. Well, you can. Yeah.
We can see if the extension office wants to take that on. Sounds like a great idea.
That's a good place for them. That gives them something to do, doesn't it? I'll refer them over to the extension office. I'll give
I ain't speaking for nobody else, but
you,
I love the children of the world. I ain't doing
well, I hadn't done it yet. But I didn't know of any place to keep them. I thought
Unless you get an office holder to agree to accept them and hold on to them. I mean, that's the
Well,
only option.
I'd say the extension
It's gotta be
office.
during business hours,
See,
it says, so.
They're used to doing that stuff for H and stuff. Maybe they wouldn't mind. Or they might mind. I don't know. I hate to speak for them, you know.
That's
you know what? I just don't see how. They're anywhere I'd want to put them. 26 by 26. And then they can be paintings, oil, or acrylics, or watercolor. What happens if something happens to one of them? Because they're supposed to have. They're supposed to have profit, right? They do.
Some museums
Scott?
might be a good
And
draw.
what? Actually,
You
that
know,
might
he
be.
used to be a representative. That might be the person.
If they're open, I don't know if their hours are open, because it says during business hours, the museum. That might be a good place to,
Yeah.
and people might go, I didn't even know this was here.
You know what?
Go visit later.
She'd be good with it. I think she could have a museum. That way it's an artifact.
I'm sure Meredith would love to hear from you.
Yeah, I'm not volunteering nobody, especially not myself.
Does anybody want to mind stopping by and visit with Meredith a little bit?
WNS stores.
Smooth her.
WNS
Hey,
stores is
they got
right here
extra
on the
space
square.
down there.
I haven't got a place that I can say. I thought about it, but then I thought, well, it'd be my damn luck. Something would happen and scratch one of them.
I can try to stop by and visit with Meredith.
Or just
Suck
have
it.
Jim
Yes.
forward her the email.
Yeah.
And
I'll tell her who to contact. I'll just call her. Talk to
Two
me.
different ones.
Huh?
Give her the
Extension.
library and the extension.
Or
Well, I thought the
library,
library or
library's good too.
Yeah.
Think about
I didn't
that.
think about the library. Good thinking.
and the extension, they've got that one office. They could do it over there too. That might be the
They're
best.
more of a, everybody's close.
And they owe us anyway for going to that deal the other night.
They paid you in fried chicken.
That was good.
Their chicken.
Well, yeah, but we get a tip. That'd be our tip.
We better adjourn before we dig a bigger hole.
All right.
Taking dirt on each other.
Make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
Motion been made, seconded, adjourned. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All right, motion carried. We're adjourned.